Welcome everyone to another episode of the other. Was it too loud there?
No, you're
No.
good.
Okay, good,
Yeah,
good.
we're
I'm happy.
I am too.
The other people's show. What is today? It is Wednesday,
Wednesday,
August 20th,
No, 18th.
18th,
It's the 18th.
2021.
21.
So if you've survived coronavirus, congratulations.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, the Shite Show.
The shite.
Yes. Now you had Taco Bell
I
earlier,
did.
so you might shite a little later
They
on.
burnt my taco.
Is that a new taco they have?
No, it's just a crunch wrap.
Is that what you're doing to your girlfriend later? Burning her taco? Just kidding.
I'm not.
Okay. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. It's going to be a fun show. We had a lot of things on the agenda.
A lot.
Shelly was unable to make it. She has a 100-degree temperature. So I do want to send this out to her. And to Lana. She had a rough afternoon, so this goes out to her
Goes out to her.
as well.
Rock on.
So please like and share the video on Facebook and YouTube. And we're going to get into the show tonight. Keaton, how have you been?
I'm getting good. How are you?
Good. What's the story of the day?
The story of the
Yeah,
day.
the story. Do you have any story of the day that's piquing your interest that you think anyone out there would want to know and hear about? Now, you went in for corona testing the other day.
I did. That's
And,
a good one.
That is a good one. Now, have you had coronavirus?
No, I'm clean.
Okay, but you've had the test.
Yeah.
How many times have you had the test?
2 in 2 days.
2 tests in 2 days. So they go all the way back into your nasal cavity.
All the way. And I had to do it myself. One of them I had to do it myself.
Really?
Yeah, so I was like,
Now, when you pull that out, how far does it go back in, would you think?
a few inches, I'd say.
So when you pull it out, is there snot on it?
No, it's just, I don't know, it's like a lot of pressure back there.
Yeah.
So,
Does your eyes water and tear
yeah,
up?
I literally started crying as soon as I pulled it out.
I cry. I cry every day, not because of that,
Oh,
but, you know.
I understand.
Yes. I look in the mirror and then I
Just start
weep.
bawling.
Yes, I weep and cry.
I understand.
So yeah, it's been an interesting week. Now, you had you didn't have coronavirus, but you did have a sinus infection?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. And that's not fun at all.
No, it kind of sucks.
Now, do you ever remember when younger, being, having a sickness and then just staying home from school?
Yes.
And what did you do during that time? Like, if you were sick, was sick enough to stay home, but not sick, like, really, really.
Definitely sick.
Yeah, like you could get out of bed, and, like, mom and dad were gone to work, you were left there. What would you do? Were you left there alone, Keith?
Yeah, I was up there.
Okay, what would you do on a day like that? A school day. A sick day, I guess.
Well, I mean, I guess if I was sick, I'd probably be in bed most of the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said if I had a choice, I might get up and play a little Xbox,
Okay.
for sure.
Now, what would you, what Xbox game would you play? Now, listen, this is when you're younger.
Right.
So what kind of
Well,
games would
actually,
young
I
Keith
didn't
play?
play Xbox when I was younger. Then I played the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube.
Okay, so what games were on there? Were you playing?
On the N64, I played Legend of Zelda.
Okay, good one.
Yep, and I played Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
And then on the GameCube, I played a little bit of there was a Star Wars game,
Okay.
and I played some Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So what kind of snacks would you eat? Like, would your mom or dad have like a list? Here's what you should have for lunch. Take this medicine. At 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Did you follow those orders?
Yeah, I did. Except, like, I was given some water and Sprite.
Okay.
Because down here in the South, apparently Sprite fixes everything.
Sprite or 7-Up does.
Fixes everything.
Crackers.
Crackers. Toast.
Yeah. Toast with nothing on it, just crackers.
Just burnt bread.
Yes. Now, some people like their bread burnt. You like your toast burnt?
I mean, I wouldn't say, like, charred, but, I mean, a little bit of burntness, yeah. I mean, I like my popcorn burnt. So, I mean,
Do you?
Yeah, it's a little bit of the same thing.
Okay. And what about the marshmallows?
I don't really eat marshmallows. I don't like them.
You don't like marshmallows?
Not really.
Peeps.
Not really.
A little bit disgusting, aren't they?
I wouldn't say that. It's just I guess. But yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from.
Right.
For sure.
Right. So yeah, I do remember staying home several times when I was younger, but it wasn't because I was really sick. It was because I did fake being sick.
Wow.
I did, especially in the 5th grade. I had a teacher. I didn't care for her very much, Miss Muncie.
Miss Muncie.
I don't know if she's alive or not, but
Shout out.
to her. Now, in fifth grade, I got moved to the very back of the class.
Oh, God.
So I was I think there were like 4 or 5 rows. I was in the very, very back of the classroom. And not that I really caused mischief or chaos,
Right.
but it was like I was constantly talking, sometimes saying one-liners, and being, I guess, what they would say, quote, disruptive.
Class clown.
Yes. And my name would be on the board, but it wouldn't get like, you ever, I don't know if they did this with you, but we used to write, like if you were in trouble, your name would be written on the board.
Yes.
And you would get like if you were bad, like a check, like a check mark.
We didn't have that, but we had a different version.
Okay.
When I went through middle school, we had this card system.
Okay.
And it would have all the people in your homeroom class. And what would happen is when you switch to a different class, you stay with the same people, of course.
Right.
And then you carry that board with you. So if you got in trouble, you would flip it, and it'd be like 1 mark. And I think if you got to 4, you'd have to go to the principal's office.
Okay. Did you ever get to 4?
I did get to 4, but I never went to the principal's office because they never called me down.
Well, then why did you get in trouble? What did you do?
I was just talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit mischievous.
I wouldn't say mischievous. I was just talking a lot, I guess. I don't think I was disrupting. I just like talking.
Is that the biggest trouble that you ever got into in school?
Just talking a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Now, I know last week on the show we tried a confessions.
Yeah.
We're going to try that again in the future, not tonight, though.
Shit.
But yeah, it'll be a fun time. So, yeah, I would watch The Price is Right. That would be on the game shows. And but it was when it was I don't know if you've heard of Bob Barker. Do you know Bob Barker?
What's he?
He was the host of The Price is Right, and like now it's Drew Carey. I think.
Yeah, it's Drew Carey.
But Bob Barker was he's also in Billy Madison and Adam Sandler movie.
Right,
for that. He punches. Bob Barker actually beats up Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay.
He's an old man.
Okay.
And he was the host of Price is Right at the time. So that's always like a fond memory.
Right.
Now we did have on the list. We had game shows and we had board games. I know a lot of people really do like those things. And we are going to get into some of those topics.
Right.
But would you want to get into the Marvel topics tonight?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So we were discussing a little bit. Marvel is like a huge thing now.
Huge.
Although there have been Marvel movies for probably 30 some years, since probably late 80s or so.
Yeah.
But they really haven't come into their own until probably, what would you say, the first Iron Man?
Yeah, I would say the first Iron Man would have shed light.
So 2008. So 11, yeah, about
yeah. Well,
13 years ago.
You could probably go back early 2002 with the Hulk.
Yeah. So what are you initially drawn to those? Like what kind of movie
do
you typically like? Is it usually like that kind of a blockbuster type movie?
It's superhero related. Horror as well.
So those type are your favorite type. Okay. See, I'll set it up with myself. I'm not saying I don't dislike the Marvel movies, but they're not what I would typically go for when I go to a movie.
Right.
So I'm watching these with a different set of eyes than I would watch what I would normally watch.
Of course.
So going into these, everyone has, I guess, ideas of how it should be. They come from the comics. Now, do you know a lot about these comics?
Yeah, I read some of them.
Now, what would be your favorite of the Marvel films that's been made? What's been your favorite comic of them?
The Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man's awesome.
Now, what draws you to that particular character?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
He's just pretty sick. I like his powers are sick. I like his abilities.
Okay.
Just his background story is pretty cool.
The Spider-Man had always been my favorite as well. Now, there was a comic. It was, I guess, in the early 90s. Spider-Man 2099.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember those?
2099.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's with the his suit is blue and red, ain't it? And he's the one with he's got fangs, don't he?
Yeah. It's a completely different look than the traditional.
I'm pretty sure that Spider-Man's actually mutated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't read it. I actually own these, but I've actually never read most of the comics that I have.
Yeah.
So so when you're going in, you're watching what's the first Marvel film that you think that you've watched?
That I've watched?
Yeah, that you watched. The first one that you can remember.
It was definitely Hulk 2002.
Okay.
Definitely.
Summer of 2003 actually is when it came out. The Eric Bana Hulk.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
So, and did you like that?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was still a little kid, so I don't really know much about
Right.
CGI and what it took to make a movie.
And at the time, that Hulk looked good.
Yeah.
At the time. Now, you said earlier today, you said it didn't look very good. I hadn't watched it.
Well, compared to what it is now.
Right.
Of course, it's going to look way different. He's bright green. He's basically fluorescent.
Right, and then he can jump up to
distances.
Up to a mile maybe. And then the new one, he doesn't have those kind of.
No, not really. They nerfed him.
Right, and you mentioned that today.
Yeah.
So that was your first introduction. There was a Marvel movie, or The Punisher, in 1991.
Yes.
That I saw. Have you watched that one?
I did.
Where it's like those little Japanese kids that get on the bus.
Yeah.
Where have you seen that? How have you seen that?
Well, was it ever on VHS?
Yeah.
I think I've seen it on VHS, and I know VHS. Today's kids have no idea what a VHS is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I watched it on a VHS.
Okay.
But then I watched the other make of it that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, the John Travolta and Tom Jane.
Yeah.
Okay. And which one did you like the best out of those two?
I like the second remake of it, but I liked the Netflix adaptation a lot more.
Right.
I like who that is.
That's what you said. It was lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons.
And is it still on there?
Yeah, it's still
like
on there.
when a series is canceled or doesn't continue on Netflix, does a series remain on Netflix?
Yeah, I think it's a Netflix original.
So they just leave it up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's made by Netflix.
So going into some of the Marvel movies, what would you say your top 3
movies are?
Yeah, favorite Marvel related films are?
Can it also be by Sony as well?
Yes.
Sony also has rights to Marvel.
Right. Okay.
Definitely Spider-Man.
Okay.
Probably Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire.
Okay. With the Dr. Octopus, right?
Yep. And introduction to the new Green Goblin. I would also have to probably say Infinity War.
Okay.
Even though the ending was quite sad, but they made up for it in Endgame.
Now, did you expect that ending? Have you read the spoilers when it came out? Did you
I read some of the comics.
So you kind of knew which direction it was headed.
Yeah, I knew it was headed, but it's a lot different in the comics of what they show in the movies.
Okay.
And then I'd probably have to say Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Nice choice. Now, what about your 3 least favorites?
Least favorite of the movies?
Yeah.
Probably have to be the first Avengers.
Yeah. I was really kind of disappointed, to be honest.
I mean, I hate to say it because it is what started it all,
Mhm.
but looking back, I feel like it could have done maybe a bit better.
Right. Okay, what else do you think?
I don't know. I can't really.
Now, I would say, I don't know if this doesn't really fall into the Marvel cinematic universe, but Logan would probably be my favorite.
That's by Sony.
That would be my favorite Marvel movie, I think.
Okay.
And then I did like Doctor Strange. That really surprised me. I was going into it not expecting a lot, and coming out being like, it was really good. I even saw that with twice.
Oh, okay.
A big disappointment and I know you said you liked him as Hulk earlier, but Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, with Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, a lot of people say that that's one of the best Marvel movies, Thor Ragnarok, and I gave it 2 tries, and I couldn't make it all the way
I see where they're
through.
coming from with Thor.
Yeah.
But I feel like, like I said, Hulk being nerfed and everything, I feel like he's not showing his true capabilities.
I do too, just from the little bit. And I don't think there'll be a standalone Hulk movie.
No, I don't think there will be.
No, and I don't think they could do it right.
No, I mean, you've seen. Did you watch Endgame?
I watched Endgame.
Well, I'm just gonna be honest. It's been out for maybe 3 years now.
Yeah.
If people ain't watched it, it's their fault. He didn't hurt his arm.
Yeah.
He snapped.
Mhm.
I don't think they can do anything with that because he's injured.
And he's easily defeated now, or defeated.
Yeah, he's smart Hulk.
Right.
He can talk. He knows how to do arithmetic problems.
Yeah, that kind of made. When I saw that, I don't know. That's not really Hulk to me.
No, Hulk is
With glasses,
Yeah.
Hulk is like he can't control the rage.
Right. I mean, which Smart Hulk is within the multiverse.
Okay.
Which that is a thing. But I just feel like in that cinematic multiverse, I feel like they should have just left Hulk angry to be able to punish how he should be.
Now I know another one. It's a Marvel film. Is Venom.
That's a good one with Tom Hardy.
See, that one disappointed me.
Really?
Yeah, I was
the
really.
new one coming out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new one.
With Cletus Cassidy.
But I think in a lot of Tom Hardy movies, it's hard to understand what he says.
Well, if you notice with every Tom Hardy movie, he's always got a mask on.
Yeah.
One Batman, Venom,
Mad Max,
he's always got a mask on.
and he's very hard to distinguish what he says. Do you think so?
Yeah.
You need closed captions when you're watching.
Like he said in Batman, it's true. No one cared about him until he put on the mask.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess that's why he keeps on choosing roles where he has
a mask.
Yeah,
because that's how he gets. Yeah.
Now I did have something else written down. Speaking of masks, we'll spare some people some Marvel talk because I know not everyone's into it.
Right.
But I'm on the fence. I don't really sit around watching a lot of Marvel movies, but I do want to check in and watch them. But the Suicide Squad has been recommended multiple times
the
by
first one or second one.
The newest one, the one out now.
That one's better.
And I've seen the first one, and a lot of people have suggested check out this new one. So I'm going to try to do that. Now, you watched it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
But I do have HBO Max, so it's on there.
All right,
so
definitely.
I'll watch it then.
Now, you were talking about the Hulk being nerfed earlier.
Yeah.
That leads me to the next set of discussion is kind of like words that can and cannot be used in today's world.
Right.
And it seems like
we had this discussion.
Yeah, it seems like the words keep getting added.
Yeah, but words also be taken away.
Yeah.
Or taken too seriously.
Yeah, because my thought is on that is if you say a word and if you don't give that word any power, like for example, I call you a name.
Right.
And the name bothers you, and I'm a bully. What am I going to continue to do?
You're going to
keep calling you that name. Hey, Heather.
My skin.
Yeah, I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over and over. But if I call you that name for 3 or 4 days in a row, no reaction, I'm going to quit.
Stop.
Yeah. Now, I could call you another name.
Of course.
But I could be like, hey, this kid, it's not going to bother him.
Right.
So I'm going to be weaker.
Just move on.
So that's how I think words that, have a lot of negative connotation to them. If you quick, like whenever somebody uses the N-word, it's all over Twitter.
Yeah.
That person is canceled, all because they made a mistake or they were, being racist or whatever. But instead of like saying, there was a country singer a couple months back had said the N-word, and he was drunk and he said it. Well, his album was #1 for 7 weeks in a row after that.
Yeah.
Would it have been #1 without the hype from the publicity from the N-word? If somebody says it, just don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And eventually, it's only a word. That's my thought on the word. I don't know if other people. Do you have any thoughts on? And there's other words like that too.
I think it depends.
If you're calling somebody that to be hurtful,
right,
and trying to put them down because of the color of their skin or something, obviously, that's wrong.
Well, the N-word was invented by the white man,
right?
And it is a word to keep people under. That was its whole
reason.
That was its birth.
Right.
Was to keep the African American community under.
Right.
Back in the 1800s, where we used to enforce slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And even though a lot of the African American community isn't affected by it as it once was, it doesn't mean that the older generation is still not affected by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's still, even though they were not there, just the history of it still affects who they are.
Yeah.
And I thought like when a white man says it, then it's still a double meaning under that, and that's why they don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. It's a.
It's a derogatory word.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's really hurtful for those people.
No, I call people scumbags.
Yeah.
A-holes.
I call them cocksuckers.
Bad. Names like that if they deserve it.
Right.
Regardless of what color their skin is.
Yeah.
Because I dislike all people.
Right.
I don't care. You know what I mean? Are you like that too?
I mean,
do you like people?
Sometimes.
Like, if you had to categorize all people into one group, would you say yes? I like the human race as a whole.
As a whole?
Yes.
Like everything we've done?
Everything.
From
people as
I think
a collective one.
I think we're shitty.
Yeah, I don't like people. Most people. I like just a few people.
Yeah.
How many people, now people watching and listening also, How many people would you say that you like?
That I like?
Yes.
I mean, I could probably count on one hand. Maybe
Really?
two. Maybe two.
So 10 or less.
10 or less.
Okay. So Keaton likes 10 or less people.
Yeah, I drive a hard bargain.
You do. You definitely do.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking about, I forgot what it was, but it was going to segue. We were talking about a mask, of Tom Hardy wearing the mask all the time. Often people wear masks that are lying. They act like they're one way to people when they're another.
Right.
So have you ever been caught in a lie? And if you have been caught in a lie, how have you dealt with that? Yeah. Yeah. What have you done?
Yeah, I get caught in tons of lies.
Okay.
I've learned to not. I just learned to lie better.
Okay. Like, give us an example.
Of when I got caught in a lie?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
You might have to let me think on this one.
Because I had that written on the sheet. Yeah.
Shit.
I had caught in a lie in politically correct words.
Oh, God.
That's the two topics. I don't know. I've been trying to think of a time. No, there was a time that one of my friends told me about that he encountered. Now, if it really happened or not, I wasn't there, but from my recollection, he was at some kind of high school function.
Okay.
And when he was at the function, he was dating. It might have been college, actually. So he was dating this college girl, but two different college girls on another campus.
Oh.
Like one was at his school, one was at another campus.
Okay. I see.
So whatever event they were at, he was faced with both women at the same time.
Right.
And he said his way to get out of it is he just walked away and didn't speak to either one of them ever again.
I mean. Oh, God.
Oops. So, yeah. I like your reaction.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. Would you deal with what have you lied about? I'm curious.
Well, I can't say I've ever had two girlfriends at once.
That's good. I've never done that either.
Right. I mean,
It's not a good thing to do.
No, it's not. It's very hurtful.
Yeah.
Would that be cheating though? I guess it would be.
Yeah.
Because you're cheating on one person with another.
Now, I always heard the thing like when I was younger that it's not really cheating if you're in another zip code or area code or state or continent. Have you ever heard any of that kind of garbage? Or do you believe that?
I don't. I think it's bullshit.
Okay. Have you heard that though?
No, I haven't.
You've never heard that?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Now, I never believed that kind of thing, but I heard it and I was like,
so what you're saying is I could date a girl from Virginia, but also be dating a girl from Kentucky,
yeah.
and it wouldn't be classified as cheating because it's in a different zip code?
Yeah, if you go by that rule, yeah.
Well, damn, does that mean I can have like 50 girlfriends in like all 50 states?
I guess, but that would also mean you got to have a lot of money. You got to have a
Who's
lot
gonna
of
have money?
Well, I mean, if you got
My
50
divorce will pay off.
for 50, I mean, you're a good-looking guy, but 50 girls, I don't know.
You never know. I could pull some.
Let's see. Christian saying, I have to say I love people, but I have to say I dislike a lot of the things people do. I have a heart of love, but gosh, the things people say and the things I say in my head. So somebody saying that's a bunch of BS. I do believe that's a bunch of BS. I've never done that.
Yeah, that is
But
bullshit.
and I've never had that used on me, but I have heard people say that throughout my life. So I'm like, what is that? That's not a good thing.
No, I have caught someone in a while.
Okay, what lie did you tell us about that?
It was with my ex.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right.
Yeah, she said she was with a friend, but in reality she was with someone else, and it wasn't a female. It
Okay.
was with a band geek.
So how did you?
How'd I find out?
Yeah.
Pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now pictures on
Snapchat.
Oh, she posted on
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not dumb.
Now, have you ever got into found out information by going through someone's phone or something?
No, I can't say I've. No, I don't really go through people's phones.
I don't go through people's phone.
I trust, like, if I'm with somebody, that's their privacy. The only thing I expect up front is just honesty. That's it. But I'm not going to go through your phone. That's not right.
I'm not going to go through a phone either. Like, I don't have a lock on my phone.
Right.
And that's caused problems in the past, not because of really anything to do relationship wise. It just caused, miscommunication, I guess. But I don't have anything to hide in there, and I don't want to constantly have to type in a number to open my phone.
Mine is opens with my face.
Yeah. Oh, does it?
Yeah.
A face recognition.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now Heather's saying that the bitch move. I've done it a lot, but I'm not sure which move she's talking about. We'd have to go back and look at the timestamp when she wrote that. But yeah. So when you called her in a lie, what was her reaction? Did she try to get out of it?
Yeah, she tried to get out of it.
And you were just
there was hard, cold evidence. The evidence was set in stone. And I thought I was about to stone cold center that bitch. I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've called. It's funny. Like I've called someone a lie.
Yeah.
Before, but I've not called them out on the lie, and I'll let them continue thinking they were like making like I was blind to what was going on, and then that's kind of how I usually play it. Like I'll let them know if I need to, but if they want to coast along for a while, it could be 6 months.
Yeah.
They've been lying to me the entire time, but sometimes it could be like, why lie?
Yeah.
Why lie about that?
Now, would it be cheating if they're cheating on you?
See, I don't know. I mean, does the cheating X each other out?
Well, in math class, 2 negatives make a positive.
That's true. I don't know if that would work.
No, I don't think it would.
No.
It's real life. This ain't a math problem.
Yeah. Now, Heather's saying she was talking about checking other people's phones. She says she's done it a lot.
Oh, okay.
So, and she's honest about it.
Yeah, that's honesty.
Like if you're like, if you leave your phone open, I'm going to check it. I have trust issues. I respect that. I respect that. But, if you're sneaking around doing it, I try not to do it.
I can usually read people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sneak around. You can read people.
So can you believe we're at the 27-minute mark of the show?
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
It's been a good show.
I feel like I've been here 5 minutes.
Yeah, been very good, very quick. We were supposed to have Shelly in studio. Sorry that she couldn't make it, but she'll be in maybe next week. She'll be in.
Feeling better?
Yeah, and we still have episode 3 and 4 Pippin.
Yep.
That we want to do, and you're going to step up and be in some sketches soon. So, you have any plugs or anything you want to give Keaton?
Plugs?
Yeah, plugs or say hello to anyone.
Well, I don't really know who's watching.
Okay.
I can't see that.
Okay, no, you can't. Only I can see that.
Yeah.
So you have any shout-outs just in case anybody might be
I'm
watching?
going to give a shout-out to the 2 girls watching.
Okay.
You guys are cool. That's about all I got.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning into the show tonight. We're going to be on with the Undead in just a few moments. And please check out the Other People's Show on YouTube. Please like and share the Other People's Show on Facebook. And give us some comments and some feedback. And thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good night. Oh, also, check out the Other People's Show on Spotify.
Spotify.
So
it's a good one.
Adios. We'll be back in just a moment. Bye.